Guys, this is great because Ontario has finally thought about making it easier for people to get licensed in Canada and ultimately get jobs. And this particular focus is mainly on engineers because the Professional Engineers Ontario that talks about getting people licensed and making them more recognized, valuing their experience. It makes it easier for them to find jobs or work in Ontario. They have finally come out with this particular announcement, and it is going to make lives of tons of engineers, new immigrants who are coming to Canada. It'll make easier for them to find jobs and get licensed here in Canada. So this video today we will focus about how Ontario has talked about removing unfair work barriers with regards to skilled newcomers who are coming to Canada, new immigrants, and it will ultimately benefit for them to get jobs, get licensed, and make themselves a career. Guys, please be tuned till the end. My name is Sahil. Guys, welcome back once again. My name is Sahil and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and I practice in Ontario. My office is here. If you have to get in touch with me, my number is on the screen and the details are there in the description box. More than happy to connect with you. Before we proceed any further, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon because we talk a lot about Canadian immigration. And if you are an aspirant of moving to Canada, then this is a channel that you must be subscribed to all the time. So guys, today's video is extremely special because it's not just about Canadian immigration, it's more about new immigrants getting settled in the province of Ontario or in Canada by large. Guys, as we already know that in India mainly the profession of engineers is a lot more in common and people practice that a lot. So this particular video will be of great interest for all those engineers out there who are trying to make Canada as their new home, who have recently gotten their PRs and will be finding their new jobs in Ontario. Guys, the Professional Engineers Ontario that talks about giving licenses to engineers in Canada in the province of Ontario, and this way it's a licensed profession where they will be able to value their work experience, their education and whatsoever, and they will get certain jobs which are restricted to people who have these licensure. Now we are not only talking about engineers in IT or whatsoever, those separate people, they don't need licenses, but we are talking about licensing in engineers. For example, somebody is a civil engineer and stuff like a construction engineer, people who are dealing with safety issues and very specific engineering field. Now, Professional Engineers Ontario, previously they used to require at least 12 months of verifiable Canadian experience in order to let somebody get attached to this Professional Engineering Association, and this way they could then practice their own trade, their own work. And this particular 1 year of Canadian experience was a big drawback, a big factor where people could not get them licensed, and it was a common sight to see engineers from India working into different fields, something that they did not deserve when they were so highly skilled and they had to do menial jobs. So looking at all of this and the other issues where a lot of associations in Canada required Canadian experience per se, so Ontario announced in the year 2021, they specially announced that they wanted to help newcomers to start their careers, and the only agenda or the biggest agenda in that 2021 announcement on October 21 was that they wanted to remove this barrier of Canadian experience. And after the announcement, I think Professional Engineers Ontario is the first association that has followed that announcement. So after 2 years finally, or rather 1.5 years finally, they have come out with this announcement that they have removed the component of Canadian experience from that licensing procedure. Now all they need is a 48 months of verifiable engineering experience after graduation, and once that's verified, the person will be able to follow the other basic eligibility requirements and get licensed with the Professional Engineers Ontario Association. And the component of 1 year of Canadian experience does not apply any further. This obviously impacts more than 30 occupations, and people will be able to get benefits because the previous 2021 announcement did impact 30 plus occupations, including plumbers, tradespeople, engineers, and all of those work requirements in Canada. The licensing requirements had an important component of Canadian experience. But this announcement says no more Canadian experience. You can just go ahead, prove the other work experience related requirements, get trained, whatever you want to do, get the right education, and once you have everything that's required, get yourself registered and get it verified, and you're ready to practice. Guys, this particular announcement makes it easier for engineers to start their careers in Ontario really soon, and the 300,000 jobs which are going unfulfilled will now start getting filled with people who are ready to be licensed after all of these announcements and everything. Guys, such important announcements are very important because new immigrants coming to Canada, they are looking at their jobs, trying to start their life new in Canada, and with these initiatives it will be easier for them to settle down here. If you have anything to discuss with me, if you want to discuss your immigration options or your options of living in Canada, please feel free to get in touch with us. Please schedule a consultation and I would be more than happy to speak to you and discuss your case. Guys, I wish you all the best and I really hope to see you soon in Canada. All the best.